This seems to happen to a lot of people, manifesting their dreams into their reality. They are getting the goods rather than getting the money and exchanging it for the goods. Of course, it's nice to get goods as well. Sometimes you win it in a lottery, or sometimes you get a gift from somebody, or maybe it's a sponsorship. But when it's a good given by somebody, it's always attached to a person, and you can exchange it for the money, but it's going to be a depreciated value, and it's just not as nice when you spend the money when you want it and how you want it, and you get the things and the color that you wanted. It's just nicer. And I experienced both in my life. And what I found is that God wants to secure what you want into your life. And it delivers you the goods in a way that is secure. Because what very often happens, we wish for something, we get the money that could be exchanged for the wish, but we don't follow up on it. So you have to learn to keep a promise up. Because it's a two-way street. If you made a wish and a God is bringing it into your life, you have to receive it, you have to accept it, you have to accommodate it, you have to allow your body, the vehicle of God, to accommodate these things coming into your life. Because if you fail 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, not that the God will punish you, it's just the delivery is going to be in a way where you can get rid of it. It's gonna be a car, a particular color. It's gonna be a house that you cannot sell or something like that. So you have to develop a habit and keep the promise up on your side as well. So make sure you keep up your promises. But this is, of course, applies when if it's something that you wanted and it's something that you spent a good amount of time and it came right at an opportune time. The money came at the time that made sense to exchange it for the good. Because if it's since you wished for the thing, you wanted something else and you wanted it more and you needed it more, maybe it does make sense to spend the money on that new thing now. But if nothing came in between and it does make sense, spend it in a way thinking there's going to be more coming. Don't spend it thinking this is the last money and I have to, even though I wanted that beautiful dress, I could buy 5 kilograms of potatoes because this is, I'm not going to get any more money. Don't do that. Buy the dress. It's interestingly, most of my life I was self-employed. And this relationship with money, I did struggle in a sense that there was no money. But a chunk of money. And then, do you spend it? Don't you know you don't spend it? You don't know what to do with it. Because do you think, am I going to get more money? Is it going to be a dry period and for another 4 months? But I was in my own in a foreign country and I didn't have a backup. I had a lot of excuses. So it was a lot of work for me to get into a more comfortable and natural way of looking at it. And also what happened to me, 99.9% I was self-employed, and I wanted to experience what is it like to be employed and having this steady paycheck, and would I feel more secure. It was relatively, I shouldn't say it was easy, because in my experience was self-employed, even though I went to college and university. It was still relatively challenging to find a job, but I did. And I was even more insecure with the job. And I realized that was my issue. My issue is just I haven't experienced that every day and working on a paycheck, thinking that's what are those people are probably feel so safe, so secure, and I am running around always chasing business, trying to get more money and getting a chunk, and then overspending or then hoarding money, and I have this twisted relationship with the money. No, it's not that. It's all about your relationship. You have to feel, you have to understand its divine providence. This is the key. The accepting the divine providence, regardless through which source you receive it. Either it's a business, any kind of self-employment or employment if you choose to. It's a divine providence. And once you feel comfortable with it, then you're going to be comfortable as a self-employed or unemployed. But if this relationship, if you have not accepted it, if you have not felt safe and secure, understanding that everything good comes from God, you're going to feel just as insecure as an employee. And going back to receiving the money rather than the goods, feeling good about the money and understanding money are just a token of exchange for the goods and experiences that we want, and nothing more, and spending it with gratitude for the things that we request and make sense in a moment. Thank you.